Rikus.
5, 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
Hey, it's Kyle, folks, creator of Bonesaw. How are you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, pretty good. How's your day been going so far?
It's not the best day. The weather kind of sucks, but, what can you do?
What can you? Hopefully it will better tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
How did you get into the game development? What got you started there in the past?
Well, it's a pretty long story. It started out with the good old program of Click and Play. Mm-hmm. So I think I got a demo of Click and Play when I was really young. I got it with like a copy of Sim Tower.
Oh, okay.
And that pretty much started it all. I mean, I kind of followed the whole Click and Play family of programs until Multimedia Fusion, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I've just been using that kind of software forever. So
that's cool. So you just recently finished Bonesaw. Did you think it would have been so popular?
No, I mean, I kind of just started out with, like I always do, just like a quick game idea, and then I try to follow through, but my past games, I never really finished them, so when I started off this game, I sort of learned from my mistakes of not finishing the previous games, so no, I don't know, I don't think I really thought it would be that popular until I released the first trailer, and I got a lot of positive feedback about it, so I kind of was really excited about that, and that motivated me to finish it, and then, yeah, it's gotten a lot of downloads, so.
Yeah, because lots of people I hear have been enjoying it, including me. What was the idea behind the game? How did you come up with it?
Well, the storyline is sort of a play off of my college's hockey team. Mm-hmm. So the Bonesaw is like this sort of action that the student section does at hockey games, and then the hockey team does it, and it's just this crazy thing that started out a couple of years ago, and it's been spreading throughout like the crowd at hockey games, and now beyond with the Bonesaw game coming out. But the gameplay pretty much is inspired by Kirby, as many people notice and like to point out on the internet. And then pretty much most of that is like the fighting mechanics. It's sort of like inspired by the fighting power in the Kirby games.
So, how long have you been working on this game? How long did it took you to finish?
Well, it started out, I think the very first Multimedia Fusion file was saved on sometime in January 2007, so probably just over a year to finish it. I took a break probably around March, and it didn't work out for a while, but then I think around May or June I got back into it and worked all the way through February. Mm-hmm. So yeah, long time.
Wow, yeah. And so after finishing this one, do you have any ideas for a follow-up game or any ideas planned?
Well, as far as Bonesaw goes, I think just letting that go is fine for now. I mean, maybe sometime far down the road I want to revisit it and maybe pursue some ideas I didn't really have time for. But for now, I'm working on 2 projects, and one of them is for the TIG Source video game name generator competition. So
okay,
that should be done in like a month. So
cool. And you also mentioned that this year you went to the Game Developer Conference. How was it like being there?
It was amazing. It was probably the best week of my life, actually.
Yeah.
Just, being surrounded by like all these game developers, and especially the guys from TIG Source and all the independent game developers are really great guys, and they a lot of fun to hang out with. And I got to promote Bonesaw a lot, and I actually met some people that had played it or have heard of it, so that was kind of cool too.
Oh, that's cool. So people came up to you and like, are you the creator of Bonesaw, or they knew they played it before?
Well, I went there with a couple of business cards, and one of them was a business card with Bonesaw on it, like a screenshot from the game, and like the URL to download it. And sometimes when I handed it to someone, they would look down at it and then look back up and say like, "Oh my God, like I played this game. This is awesome!" Like,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, that felt pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Carlo, I think we're gonna wrap things up here.
All right.
Did you have any last thing to say to all the listeners out there?
I don't know. Keep playing Bonesaw. I guess I've seen some YouTube videos of people fighting the final secret boss with it that you need like all the pucks to get to, so that's pretty crazy. So yep, I hope everyone's enjoying it, and stay tuned for our next game.
Perfect. All right, thank you so much, Kyle, for the interview, and maybe until next time.
Yep.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Yep, thanks, bye.
It's time to fight some zombies and ignite some dynamite with Epidemic, a new game created by Jay Tolan. In this fun beat-em-up game, you have to destroy all the zombies that cross your path. You can do so by either shooting at them, beating them up, or, if you like, throw random stuff at them like tires and explosives. Hey, whatever works. The game, however, is not that long, and if you try hard enough, you will finish this pretty quickly. However, there are 3 difficulty levels for you to try out, and the music and sound effects are of a very high quality. Still, it's fun to play while it lasts, and hopefully one day we will see a longer version. For now, this game gets 3 stars out of 5. Right, and right now we're gonna talk to Arvi, a creator of the upcoming game Floating Islands. We're gonna give him a call right now and see what he has to say. Hi there, this is Rikus. How are you?
I'm real well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So how has your day been going so far?
Pretty well.
So Arvi, you've been working on a brand new game called Fake. What can you tell us about it?
I've been working on it quite hard lately, so it's coming quite nicely.
What sort of style is the game? How does it play?
It's like Lemmings with just one lemming, and you lead a stupid brainless guy through puzzles by communicating with the environment, and it's based on floating islands floating around planets.
Okay, so the game will have many levels like that?
Yes, there will be 35 levels, and 5 of them are secret.
So how long have you been working on the game so far?
I started when the latest Christmas competition started, so that makes almost half a year.
Oh wow. And when do you think the game will be finished?
I guess it will be somewhere in the summer holidays or something like that. I'm not really sure.
Okay. So Arvi, I think we're gonna wrap things up. Is there anything you would like to say to all the listeners out there?
Good luck, have fun.
Okay, perfect. Alright Arvi, thank you so much for the interview and good luck with the game. We can't wait to play it.
Good luck to you too.
Alright, thank you so much Arvi. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I had a great time playing this game created by Bernie. In Stargirl you have to catch a thief that has stolen your star scooter. Sounds like a great cause to me. This game does not disappoint at all. There are plenty of levels to explore and the gameplay strongly reminds me of Super Mario Bros. Part 2, which I love. After every level the game is saved so you can just continue on where you left off. The coding tricks displayed in this game are outstanding as well. You can throw your enemies at each other or use them as a boost. As the game continues on, our Stargirl also gets new abilities. Don't let the cute graphics fool you however, this is still a very hard game and it will slap you if you don't pay enough attention to it. One of my favorite games released this year so far, I give Stargirl and the Thief from the Exploded Moon 4 stars out of 5.
Okay, so Mr. Rikus has given me the chance to show off what little reviewing talents I have for this edition of the KlikCast. The victim of this review attempt is none other than what many people see as the first big Klik release of the year. A hard-as-nails platformer created by Xeris. Its name, it can only be called Bonesaw. According to the game's blurb, you control a hockey player who must save the rest of his team who have all been transported to another dimension by the evil head referee. To do this, the hockey player must kick, punch and bash his way through several increasingly challenging stages. If he beats up enough enemies, he will unlock the famous Bonesaw, which is, more or less, a seriously powerful hockey stick capable of delivering killer blows and massive damage to its unfortunate victims. The graphical style for this game is quite unique, with a limited colour palette that wouldn't look out of place on the NES. All of the characters move fluidly and animate well, in particular the boss fights that frequent the game. Bonesaw isn't perfect however, and an issue has been raised by many people with the game's combat system, in particular when the main character overlaps an enemy and is unable to connect a punch or kick. If you are prepared to overlook this little issue, then Bonesaw is pretty much the perfect download. Just don't expect to be in for an easy ride.
Crystal Towers, created by David, was released in 2005, and to be honest, I had not really played it until now. I'm happy to note that the game still holds up really well. In the game, some crystals were stolen and you play a night watchman that has to retrieve them all. The game has its own unique style. After finishing a stage, you can actually pick the next stage you want to play. While you will still need to finish all of the stages, this is still a very nice addition to the game, and it brings some variety to it. Also, the great thing about the level design is that a level will have multiple paths to finish it. You can either stay high ground and continue on, but if you fall, you can even take a middle path or down at the flooring of a level. I have not seen this style in many games, but it works really well here. With 25 levels to explore, Crystal Towers is still a high quality game that should really be in your collection. I'm giving Crystal Towers 4 stars out of 5. Alright folks, our next interview is with Newton. He's the creator of the upcoming game called The Ion Adventures, and we're gonna have a little chat with him. So here we go.
Hello?
Hi there, Newton.
Yeah, this is him.
Hi, it's Rikus. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How's your day been going so far?
So far so good. Very, very long. Yeah, very long. I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning, so...
Oh no. Are you off in the weekend from work since it's coming up?
Yes, I'm actually off tomorrow, so I'll be spending my whole day working on the Ion Adventures.
Oh, that's great. That's good news. So speaking of the Ion Adventures, you've been working on it for quite some time now. Can you tell us anything about it? Like, what's it about? And
well, I've been working on the game for, about like 2 years and a half, about 3 now. It's about an 8-year-old boy named Nodi Ion, and he's kidnapped by aliens. So he finds himself stranded in a very, very distant galaxy. So he must find a way back home to Earth. But while he's on his quest to find a way home, he finds out that his abduction wasn't random, and there was a reason that he was taken, and a whole story unfolds, while he's on his way, while he's trying to find his way home.
Okay, so there's a whole backstory behind that there.
Yes. There is. The story of the game is very involved. There's a lot to it. And actually the story it's broken into 3 parts. So
Okay.
this is the first part of the chapter.
Okay. So is it like a platformer or an RPG? How can we see it play out?
The game is actually a little bit of a hybrid. It's mostly a platformer. It plays like a platformer and it feels like one. But you do level up. The more enemies you kill, the more items you collect. You become stronger. You also learn magic attacks and healing powers that aid Nodi Ion on the way that are accessed at the menu just like an RPG. So by pressing a button, you will see the magic available that you have learned at the moment, and how much magic points it will take. So it's a little bit of a hybrid.
Okay, that's great. Since you've been working on it for so long, did you find any problems while you were creating the game along the way?
I think the biggest challenge it's been is that when I started working on this project, it was just supposed to be a small platformer, nothing more than that. And as I was presenting it to the community, a lot of people gave me the feedback saying, it's just a platformer, it just plays like a platformer, and that drove me to push the game a little further than I had planned. I like to, when I make my projects, I like to first plan and then execute. So in this case, it actually was the opposite. So it was the hardest part about it.
Okay, so the community actually pushed you into making a bigger and better game.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, great. So that's great, we can't wait to play it there. Speaking of making games, how did you get involved with making games?
Actually, when I was about 14 years old, my parents got a computer and I got a copy of Visual Basic 4, and I started making games in that when I was about 14 years old. Then I found a copy in Brazil of Click and Play in Portuguese. So from Click and Play, it went until Multimedia Fusion 2.
That's how you evolved. When do you think the game is going to be finished? When do you think people will be able to play the Iron Adventures?
I would love to have this game out by summer, but I really would like to have the game featuring the hardware acceleration feature that Multimedia Fusion 2 is going to offer.
Oh, okay.
So it may have to wait until fall, whenever Click Team releases that the final hardware acceleration application.
Oh, okay, yeah, that will be worth the wait if you implement that into the game.
Yes, especially because the game runs at 640 by 480 resolution.
Oh wow!
And it's a quite heavy graphical game. So I want to make sure that everyone gets the same experience, regardless of like their computer.
Yeah, of course. All right, perfect. I think Newton, we're gonna wrap this up. Did you want to say anything to the listeners out there?
Well, I just hope that they're excited about this game, and I hope that they enjoy once the game is out, and just keep checking my website out for any updates. And yeah, that's about it.
Perfect. All right, Newton. Well, I thank you so much for talking with us today, and maybe we'll talk to you again later.
Sounds good.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.
Hi there folks, so I was just doing some reviews and all of a sudden I heard this weird noise coming from the basement over there. So I just thought we would check it out together. Alright, so let's see. Whoa! The light just went out. I think I have a flashlight around here. Alright, so where's this button? Alright, well, found the flashlight. So let's see where this sound is coming from. Follow me. What's that? The sound is coming from here. What's that? Something shiny. What the? It's like a disc. What is that? It's like question marks on it? What the? Oh, that's creepy. Maybe I should check what's on here. Oh!